Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start. Remember, we have been learning Chapter 6, Water Resources. Yesterday, we discussed about water resources in India, about water demand and utilization. Today, we shall discuss about emerging water problems and conservation and management of water. Now let me present. So this is a lesson topic, emerging water problems. What are the problems related with the water resources are given here. What are the emerging water problems in India? Let us read. The per capita availability of water is dwindling day by day due to increase in population. So the first important problem is that the per capita availability of water is declining day by day. Okay, the volume of water available per head is declining day by day. This is mainly because of rapid increase in population. Okay, then the second important problem is here. The available water resources are also getting polluted with industrial, agricultural, and the domestic effluents. So due to agricultural and these industrial activities, and due to the human activities, release of this grey water from the households. Okay, so the water resources in India are getting polluted. So this is the second problem. And the third one is the availability of usable water resources in India is limited. Okay, so this is the third important problem, and this is again mainly due to the this rapid increase in the population. Okay, so these are the three important emerging water problems in India. The first one is the per capita availability of water is dwindling day by day. The second one is the available water resources are also getting polluted with industrial, agricultural, and domestic effluents. The third problem is the availability of usable water is limited due to increase in population. So these are the major emerging water problems in India. Next we have this another lesson topic, deterioration of water quality. What is meant by water quality is given here. Water quality refers to the purity of water or water without unwanted foreign substances. Water quality refers to the purity of water or water without unwanted foreign substances. That means water free from pollution. And here in this big paragraph, you will find, okay, said the reasons why the water quality in India is deteriorated. Okay, why the water quality in India is deteriorated? That is causes for the deterioration of water quality in India. What are the important causes of deterioration of water quality in India? So let us see. Water gets polluted by foreign matters such as microorganisms, chemicals, industrial and other wastes. Just we discussed earlier. Water is getting polluted by foreign matters, by the foreign substances such as microorganisms, bacteria like E. coli, protozoa and the other microorganisms, then chemical, industrial and the other wastes. Then another important cause for the deterioration of water quality is given here. Such matters deteriorate the quality of water and render unfit for human use. When water contains harmful germs, then chemicals and other waste material, so water becomes unfit for human use. When toxic substances enter lakes, streams, rivers, ocean and other water bodies, they get dissolved or lie suspended in the water. So when we release toxic substances, especially from the industries, into lake, rivers or into any water body, these toxic substances may be dissolved or may be lying suspended in the water. So in this way water is polluted, whereby quality of water deteriorates, affecting the aquatic ecosystem. This release of toxic substances not only pollute the water but also affect the aquatic ecosystem. And these pollutants sometimes seep down and pollute groundwater. The pollutants sometimes infiltrate into the surface of the earth, and the groundwater is polluted. See here this is the surface, and let us say this is the aquifer. Here this layer contains water. This layer contains water, and here let us say this area is polluted here. This area is polluted, or it may be a water body or river or a lake. So this is polluted, or the soil is polluted, and when there is rainfall, the rainwater will carry down the toxic substances into the aquifer, into the underground. So in this way water found in the underground is also polluted. And you must know that Ganga and Yamuna are the two highly polluted rivers in the country. So these are the causes for the deterioration of water quality in India. The main cause of deterioration of water quality in India is this pollution done by addition of the foreign matters like microorganism, chemical and industrial substances, toxic substances into the water body. In addition to this, when the toxic substances are carried in the underground, then the groundwater, that is the underground water, is also polluted. Do you have any question regarding emerging water problems and deterioration of water quality? Any question regarding the two topics? Okay, then let us proceed. So we have learned about the problems of water resources in India. Now the next step is water conservation and management. How can we conserve water and conserve water resources? How can we conserve and manage water resources? Before we learn the methods for conserving and managing water, we have to learn why is conservation and management of water resources necessary. Okay, why is conservation and management of water needed in India? So some reasons you will find in this paragraph. From this paragraph, see, the first reason is here. There is a declining availability of fresh water. Okay, the first point is that there is declining availability of fresh water. Then another important point is given here. Water availability from the sea, ocean, is considered negligible due to high cost of desalination. Say we can desalinize the saline water of the ocean, but the cost of desalination is very high, and therefore this water availability from the sea or ocean is considered negligible due to high cost of this desalination. And another reason is given here. Water resources are polluted. Water resources are polluted, and that is why we need proper conservation and the management of water. Remember, the question is, why should we conserve and manage water resources in India? The first point is that there is declining availability of fresh water, and there is increasing demand due to increase in population. Then water availability from the ocean or sea is considered negligible due to high cost of desalination, that is the removal of salt from the water. Then the third reason is that water resources are polluted, and that is why we need proper conservation and the management of water. Then what are the important methods or steps to conserve and manage water? So this is river Ganga and Yamuna depicting the pollution stretches, and you're seeing cities, cities, big cities located on the bank of this Ganga river and its tributaries. So important these methods for conserving and managing water resources in India are given here. Watershed management, this is one of the most important methods. Then another method is rainwater harvesting. The third one is water recycling and reuse, and the fourth one is prevention of water pollution. When water pollution is controlled, then the availability of fresh water will be increased. Then what are the steps taken or to be taken to prevent water pollution? Let us find out what are the steps taken up by the government, and what are the steps to be taken by us. Let us find out. So the first step is given here. We have the Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, in collaboration with state pollution control boards, has been monitoring water quality. of national aquatic resources at 507 stations. So the Central Pollution Control Board, okay, in collaboration with the State Pollution Control Board, has been monitoring water quality in different parts of India. They are this monitoring at 507 different stations in India. Okay, this is a major step. And the next step, okay, is given here. The next step to prevent water pollution is given here. The legislative provisions such as Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974 and the Environmental Protection Act 1986 have been implemented, okay, to prevent this water pollution in India. Then another step taken by the government is given here. The Water Cess Act 1977, okay, has been implemented to reduce pollution. Okay, so these are legal provisions to prevent water pollution in India. However, some are successful, okay, some are implemented properly and some are not implemented properly, and that is why pollution level of water has been increasing day by day. And that is why these NGOs and this community also must participate in this controlling the water pollution. See, there is a strong need to generate public awareness about importance of water and the impacts of water pollution. So we must give education, okay, to the public about the importance of water and the impacts of water pollution to the environment and to the human health. So in this case, we may take help of NGOs also, okay, and these are the steps to be taken. And now let us see, okay, one very important point we have to read here, okay, to take out from here is here. The Yamuna River, as we discussed earlier, is the most polluted river in the country, in India, between Delhi and Etawah. And other severely polluted rivers in India are these Sabarmati River, okay, Sabarmati River at Allahabad, then Gomati River at Lucknow, the Kali, then the Adiyar, the Kum, the entire stretches of Kum River, then the Bhaigai River at Madurai, and the Mushi of Hyderabad, and the Ganga at Kanpur and Varanasi stretch. So these are the important polluted rivers we have to remember, okay, we have to keep in mind. So okay, Yamuna and the Ganga, these are highly polluted, and other important polluted rivers are given here, so you must keep in mind. Any question regarding prevention of pollution? Do you have any question regarding prevention of water pollution? Okay, then let us continue. So the next method is recycle and reuse water. Okay, recycle and reuse water. This is the second important method for conserving and managing water resources in India. So how can we increase the availability of fresh water is given here. See, use of reclaimed water. Okay, use of reclaimed water. reclaimed wastewater. Okay, use of reclaimed wastewater, that is treated water, would be an attractive option for industries for cooling and firefighting. So if we use this reclaimed wastewater for cooling purposes in the industries and by the firefighters, okay, the availability of fresh water will be increased. Then another, similarly, in the urban areas, in the big cities, water after bathing and washing utensils can be used for gardening. Okay, very simple step. We can say use the water after bathing and washing utensils for gardening. This is another important step. And all these would conserve, okay, all these steps would conserve better quality of water for drinking purposes. That means when we use this treated water, reclaimed wastewater for cooling purposes and for firefighting, and when we use the grey water or this water after bathing and these washing utensils for gardening, then the availability of this fresh water, good quality water for drinking purposes will be available. So in this way we can conserve and manage water. Okay, and next the third method for conserving and managing water is the watershed management. Do you remember what do you mean by Okay, the third method for conserving and managing water is watershed management. Do you remember what is watershed? What do you mean by watershed? Anybody who can tell me? Watershed.
Efficient management and conservation of resources.
Okay, so that is the step. And about the meaning of this watershed, let me tell you. Okay, watershed refers to the entire geographical area drained by a river and its tributaries. So the alternative term for this word watershed is catchment area. So let us suppose this is a river, and so these are the important tributaries. Okay, this entire area, okay, this entire area drained by this river and its tributaries, okay, is known as watershed or catchment area. Okay, this entire surface of the earth which is drained by this river and its tributaries is known as watershed. So what do you mean by watershed management? Yes, is mentioned by you, given here. Watershed management basically refers to efficient management and conservation of surface and groundwater resources. Watershed management basically refers to the efficient management and conservation of surface and groundwater resources. So watershed management involves prevention of runoff, storage and recharge of groundwater through various methods like percolation tanks, recharge wells. So watershed management includes prevention of runoff. Runoff means when there is rainfall. Okay, say when there is, for example, here this is a mountainous area, and when there is rainfall, then water is running down. Okay, rainwater is running down, that is called runoff. Okay, then these other methods included in the watershed management is percolation tank and a recharge well. Okay, percolation tank, see, it is used for recharging groundwater. So for example, this is a very rocky surface, let us say this is a very rocky surface, and what we have to do is that to recharge the underground water, to recharge the aquifer, so we have to dig a well up to here. Okay, or say we can dig a pond also, and here we have to fill up these wells or tank, okay, by stones and a pebble, and when there is rainfall, the rainwater will be say infiltrated here. So here also the rainwater will be absorbed, and hence this water again in turn will move downwards, and here in this case also the rainwater will be moving downwards. So this is an example of this percolation tank. Okay, in this way in South India, where the surface is very rocky, so water is stored in the underground using these percolation tanks and the recharge wells. Okay, and in broad sense, watershed management includes conservation, regeneration, and judicious use, that is wise use of all resources like natural resources, land, water, plants, animal, then human resources within a watershed. Okay, within a watershed. That means in broad sense, watershed management include conservation, then regeneration, that is the restoration, and judicious use, that is the wise use of all resources, that is maybe natural resources or human beings within a watershed. Okay, that is conservation, regeneration, and judicious use of all resources, natural or human beings in a watershed. Therefore, watershed management aims at bringing about the balances between natural resources on the one hand and the society on the other. So watershed management tries to bring a balance between the natural resources on the one hand and society on the other, human beings on the other. And here in this in the following paragraphs you will find some of the important these steps. Okay, watershed management programs taken by the central and state government. See, as mentioned here, the central and state government have initiated many watershed development and management programs in the country. So what are those programs? What are those watershed development programs taken up by the central and state governments? So the first watershed development program is given here, Haryali. So Haryali is a watershed management project. Haryali is a watershed development project sponsored by central government, which aims at enabling the rural population to conserve water for drinking, irrigation, fisheries, and afforestation. And the project is being executed by Gram Panchayat with the people's participation. Okay, for the success management of the watershed, we need community participation. And in Haryali program, okay, community participation is there. See here, the project Haryali is being executed by Gram Panchayat with people's participation. Okay, and another program taken by the government is given here, Okay, state government, Niru Miru, that is water and you, meaning program in Andhra Pradesh and Arvari Pani Sangsad in Alwar district of Rajasthan have taken up constructions of various water harvesting structures such as percolation tanks, dugout ponds known as johat, and check dams. Okay, so Niru Miru in Andhra Pradesh and Arvari Pani Sangsad in Rajasthan have taken up construction of various water harvesting structures like percolation tanks that we discussed earlier, then dugout ponds, that is johat in Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, as you discussed earlier, as you have learned in previous classes. Okay, so here they have this is the field, and they have these dugout, these ponds in the field. Okay, and these are used for storing the rainwater. And check dams. Okay, check dams. See here, this is a river, and so here course of a river, and here we have to construct small dams, small walls. Okay, here, so water is flowing down here, and here it will make a very small pond, and here also another check dam is here, and here another small pool is formed here. So these are known as check dams, and the water stored here can be used when we need it. Here also, here rainwater is allowed to absorb using these johats. Okay, and is used for this cultivation. So all these are possible only through the people's participation. Okay, Niru Miru, then Arvari Pani Sangsad, all these are done through people's participation. Then in Tamil Nadu, okay, Tamil Nadu has made water harvesting structure in the houses. This compulsory. You have learned in class 10. Okay, Tamil Nadu has a legal provision that every household must have a provision to this harvest rainwater. If not done, then punishable. Okay, so no building can be constructed without making structures of water harvesting. Every household must have a storage tank, okay, for the rainwater. Then see, these watershed development projects in some areas have been successful, okay, in rejuvenating the environment and the economy. But we have only a few success stories. Not all the watershed development projects are not successful. We have only a few these success stories. Okay, so we have success stories of this watershed management program in Sukho Majori village, that is in Haryana. Okay, then we have another success story of this Maza Gawan, okay, in Satna. So these are some examples of success stories of watershed management projects, but in most of the cases it is not successful if when people participation is not there. Yes, there was actually presentation, but I forgot to present my screen. Okay, actually because of this loss of internet connectivity, I forgot to present my screen. Actually you should have been told me earlier. Okay. Any question regarding this watershed management? Any question regarding watershed management? For the presentation, I am sorry I did not know that my screen was not presented, but I may upload this video and please watch. Okay, the latter part of the video, just please watch it. Some illustration also there about the percolation tanks and about the definition of watershed. Okay, and some other these illustrations are there, so please watch this video. Any question? Okay, if you don't have this question, then up to here for today. And please leave your name in the WhatsApp group for attendance. Thank you very much for joining my class. Thank you all.